body move and nobody goes under. Reach for the sky with your face in the dirt. Everybody is a star. Got my money on being condo. Everybody got a star.
Yay! Hi, everybody. How are you doing? It's Thursday. You know, today is like one of my favorite days because it feels like a Tuesday and a Saturday. But I'm welcoming you right now to Rally with Champions, our fifth live show virtual workshop we got going on today. My name is Shannon Barkey, and I'm going to be your host. I'm a 3-time Olympian and 2-time Olympic medalist in the sport of mogul skiing, a winter sport. So I'm so excited to be here with our summer athletes. We have a super fun workshop for you today, and I can't wait to talk with these athletes. We have Kamali Thompson. She is a fencer, and Madisyn Cox, a swimmer. So two completely different ends of the spectrum, which is really fun. And our topic today is going to be a day in the life. So we're going to learn about their typical day of training, what they like, what they do, what they don't like, and what prepares them to be their best. So first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about our initiative. The purpose behind Rally with Champions is to help raise money for these Olympians and Paralympians on their quest for gold in 2020. As their opportunity to shine has been postponed for another year due to the coronavirus. And just as important, we want to inspire and connect with all of you guys at home that are practicing social distancing. So this is our 5th of 10 workshops that we have, and it's just been so much fun. I want to give a huge shout out to Convoy Events and my company Team Empower Hour for really doing the heavy lifting and making it all possible to do this. So without further ado, I want to introduce our athletes. So we've got Madisyn and Kamali. And Madisyn, do you want to give us a little in-depth introduction into who you are and a little bit about your sport and how you got into it?
Yeah, I would love to. So my name is Madisyn Cox. I'm originally from Lubbock, Texas. However, I chose to swim at the University of Texas, so I moved there following high school graduation, and I've actually been there ever since. So this is my 7th year there, and I've been loving it. I'm currently back in Lubbock, though, with the whole shelter in place, everything going on. So I'm back home for now. But I actually got into swimming when I was 4 years old. I started with my club team, and I did so because my sisters who were older than me were swimming, and I just had an itch to get in, and I've loved it ever since. Actually, funny enough, I swam with the same club coach from when I was 4 all the way until when I was 18. I left for college.
No
so I've really
way.
only had 2 coaches in my entire life, but I've loved both of them dearly, and they've both been really great to me.
Wow, and they must have been doing an incredible job to get you to the position that you're at. So, that's awesome. I started skiing at 3, so 3 and 4. That's pretty great.
Oh yeah, wow.
And what about you, Kamali? Tell us a little about you and your sport.
Yeah, so my name is Kamali, and I'm from Teaneck, New Jersey. I went to Temple University, and I got started with fencing because fencing is actually really popular in New Jersey. It's in a bunch of high schools. So I was walking to the dance room, because I used to be a dancer, with my mom at an open house. And then we walked past this cafeteria that had fencing going on inside. And she just like popped her head in, because my mom is super nosy. And she said, "What's going on here?" The coach told her that fencing is a really good sport to make yourself different on college applications, and you can get scholarships. So then my mom's like, "All right, well, that's it. You're going to fence now." And then I got thrown into the whole world of fencing and competing nationally, internationally. So I was really young when I went to high school. I was 12, but I didn't.
Okay, all right. Just stop it right there, overachiever.
Yeah,
okay.
But I didn't join a fencing club until I was 14 when I was a junior in high school. And then my first national competition was my senior year in high school.
Wow, that is so cool. Well, I cannot wait to talk to you girls about just what you do on a daily basis. And the topic for today, I mentioned it, but it's going to be a day in the life. So I think we want to blend a couple things, right? Like, I want to know what you girls do on your regular day, but I also want to know how you're adjusting to training now, as a lot of Olympians don't have access to training. So, kind of how you've adjusted to that, and being social distancers. So, but first, I've asked you to bring some equipment. And I was wondering if you have it, and I'm pretty sure you do. But Kamali, do you have anything exciting to share with us?
I do. I'm gonna try to keep it brief, but I have a fencing, so I have like 2 lives that I live. So I have my fencing stuff and then my med school stuff. So when I'm around the hospital, it's my white coat, has my name on it, and I have my stethoscope, And then when I'm on the fencing strip, we have like a really elaborate outfit that's everything. You guys have probably seen it before, like in movies and stuff. But it starts off with we have fencing pants. We call them knickers. And when you are really high level, you get to put USA on the side. So that's cool.
Ooh, I love that. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean they're cute. You have to get the right ones, but they can be cute. And then you have this jacket here. That's like super thick, and this is the the one that really makes you sweat. And then we have different weapons have different outfits, kind of sort of. And for saber fencing, the waist up is your target. So we have a lame that we put on top of the jacket. And then last but not least, we have our mask that we wear. Yes, you can breathe. People always ask if you can breathe. You can breathe. I love. And that's our outfit.
I love it. I love it. It's so cool to see what everybody else wears. And okay, so Madisyn, tell us what you brought and explain what it is.
Yeah, so I just wear a swimsuit. I'm very intrigued by all the stuff that goes on for you. And I actually hate sweating. Another one of the reasons I got into swimming. So I have so many questions about all the jackets. But what I brought is just this little band. It's actually my favorite tool in swimming. And I really want to use it because I love it so much. But it just goes around your ankles. I mean, there's almost no give to it. So it just goes around your ankles. You put it on and it really helps you engage your core in the water, and it helps me feel connected and really get aligned in the water and help my rotation for freestyle, backstroke, anything that it may be. So that's my favorite in water equipment. However, we did talk about things that we're going to do in the quarantine, and one thing I love is my TRX band that I put right there. Either when I'm training or during this time, it's really great. And there's actually some exercises that can help stimulate the swimming movement, and so you keep your muscles, the same muscles that you use in swimming, you can keep them firing, keep them strong, even if you can't touch the water.
That is awesome. Okay, so that band goes around both ankles at one time.
Yeah, you just
okay.
I can't put both my legs up there. But yeah, you just
don't fall over. Don't fall over.
Engage your core.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have to admit, I am probably the world's worst swimmer. And I've had a lot of knee surgeries. And so I've had to do a lot of swimming, and I'm just I am literally an anchor. I swim just like this through the water. And it's
then
terrible.
you do not want one of these then.
I would literally drown with that. So I'm just going to have to forego that and put on the little thing around your waist that keeps you upright.
It would do well. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Okay, well, let's get started with some questions. Oh boy, sorry. Did you hear my children? I don't know if you heard that or not. I certainly did. Hey guys, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're going to get started with some questions. I swear this work from home stuff is really fun.
It makes things interesting.
It does. It makes it really interesting, especially for live. So, okay. So besides, the Olympics being postponed and your training, really essentially being shut down, how have you guys, what are you doing for training? Are you kind of taking a deep breath right now, or are you, going full in? What are you guys, what are you doing to kind of change in this time? So Madisyn, you want to go first?
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely taking a little bit of a deep breath. I mean, there's just no way I'm going to get 3 workouts in one day. It's hard to keep my motivation up just doing one. So I've really been focusing on, getting my weights in every day, and then hopefully some kind of exercising that helps me keep my cardiovascular shape. So whether it be Peloton or going for a walk, I'm really bad with the impact of running, just because my bone density isn't great from swimming, but the Peloton has been great. I've actually just just discovered this feature where you can do it with your friends. And so a lot of the national teamers will get on at the same time, and we'll have a leaderboard. It's like, you get that competitive juices flowing again, and that it's pretty fun. And you can actually FaceTime people, which is always scary for me because I get on, they FaceTime me, and I'm just drenched in sweat. But yeah, Pelotoning, and pickleball is a big one actually. So I don't know if you'll know what pickleball is.
I don't know what it is. What is this?
Yeah, the short way to describe it is a cross between ping pong and tennis. So it's kind of on this mid-sized court. You have paddles and a wiffle ball, but we actually made a court in our driveway and have been just playing every single day, sometimes twice a day with my family. Just super fun. It's a way to get outside and get some activity, but also having fun and being a little competitive.
Okay, Madisyn, I love that. So in our cabin that we're building right now, we are putting in a pickleball court. So girl, you're going to have to come out. And
oh my gosh.
Because I love it. I love it.
It's addicting. It's so addicting. Once you get going on it, it's hard to stop. So Kamali, please, you have to try pickleball. But we can all go
the video. I need to know how to do it.
She'd be way too fast. I don't know. She'd be really big.
Oh, but yeah, that would be scary. I bet her reaction time is just absurd.
I want to see. This looks awesome. This sounds awesome.
All right, Kamali. So how have you had to adapt your training, and what are you doing at home?
So this whole situation was really difficult for us because we have 12 competitions that are all qualifiers, and we came home after we had 3 competitions left, and we came home. So as soon as I got home, I was like trying to do the best I could. We have like a little setup where I put my mask on like an ironing board. I'm like tapping it and, like doing what I can. But then we found out the Olympics were postponed. So honestly, I took like 2.5 weeks off to sulk and like just be really upset. So I'm a 4th-year med student, and in July, I'm going back to school. So this doesn't really work with the plan that I had, so I was really upset for a while, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. For me, I want to keep up my muscle for fencing. There's a lot of muscle imbalances because like one leg, one arm's in front of you. So I need to make sure my left side is balanced out. That's my weak side. So like a lot of single leg squats, single leg RDLs, like unilateral bicep curls, shoulder presses, things like that. And yeah. I hate running, not because of impact. Don't like it. So I'm looking for like cardio to do.
I'm with you.
And I bought, well, I didn't buy it. My boyfriend bought Insanity. Insanity, like Sean T.
No.
Okay, so there was this guy on TV back when we used to watch TV like 10 years ago. There was a guy who made these workout videos, and they were called Insanity. So when I was in college, like everyone was doing it. So I did Insanity back then, and I was like, well, that was a really good workout, so let me start doing it now. So today was the first day. I died, and this is great. So this is what I'm gonna stick to.
I love it. Okay. And so when I was doing all of my research about you two athletes, I don't know if you know this about one another, but so Kamali, you are in med school right now, which is just amazing. And you want to be an orthopedic surgeon. And, I've had a lot of surgeries myself. So I think that's amazing. Like we need more women in that field. And then Madisyn, as soon as you are done swimming, you want to pursue being a doctor. And so we like didn't even plan that. So I'm so excited to see how you guys, navigate this, and especially, with a year of uncertainty and unplanned schooling and, all of that stuff. So how are you guys adapting to that? And how are you going to move forward with schooling?
Yeah, it's
go for
That's a whole lot of questions in one.
Go for it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think it's so cool that, I totally look up to you, Kamali. It's so cool that you're in your 4th year of medical school. Like I'm just starting that journey, and it's already been challenging, and I can't even imagine doing it while competing. So major props to you. Like you are awesome. And I definitely want to keep in touch and just like pick your brain about things that you've gone through, once I get to that stage. But where I am right now is I just finished applying to all my schools. I did all the interviews and everything like that. And I'm just waiting to hear back from schools and kind of figure out where I'm going. However, with the Olympics being postponed, another wrench got thrown in that plan. And I'm now having to also figure out, if they'll let me defer, if I'm able to push back med school for a year so that I'm able to, fully commit to training and do that until after the games. And that's when I will, retire from swimming and begin my medical career. And, hopefully one day get to the point where Kamali is right now.
He'll be
That
here
is
real soon.
awesome. I love it. Well, you girls just inspire me so much. I swear, I think sometimes people think that Olympians only have one focus. And once they're done, that's kind of like, what do we do? And I was certainly in that boat. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do afterwards. And I just find that you girls are gonna step off of this, journey that you've been on right into another one and just kick butt in that. So it's really, really cool. Okay. So I want to ask you a couple of, I think easy questions, but people want to know at home, how many hours of sleep do you guys aim for and then maybe actually get? Because I aim for a lot, but with 2 children, I don't get as much as I need. So what do you aim for and what do you actually get?
So when I'm not in school, so usually I'm in school, but this year I took off. So when I'm in the hospital and I'm in school, I aim for 6 and I get like 5. In my first 2 years of med school, I was sleeping like 3 hours, which was not good, but I was young, so it was fine. Now I'm taking off school, so I sleep for 9 hours a night, and it's fabulous. And I'm trying to like save all my sleep for residency. I don't think that's how that works, but I'm trying to.
It doesn't work like that, but you can think that. Go for it.
Let me try. Let me try to store it.
And what about you, Madisyn?
So sleep for me is like super important. It's one of the things I'm like super neurotic about. I'm like, okay, the more sleep I get, the more recovery I get, the better I'll feel tomorrow, the better I'll compete, everything like that. And so I actually have a strict bedtime for myself, and this is super lame, but of 8 p.m. I try to get to bed by 8 p.m. every single night. And, I don't have school going on right now, so that's actually a feasible thing that I really do most nights. So I get 10 to 11 hours of sleep a night.
11 hours of sleep a night.
I'm also, but with that, I'm not a napper, so I don't nap during the day. I get all my sleep in at night, and I usually, sometimes we have early morning practice, so I don't get my full 11, but I try to get at least 8. I just love sleeping, and I think it's so great for recovery.
Oh, I love sleep too. Okay, so I just want everybody at home to know. Okay, so we just put up a poll of who would win pickleball, and the girl that doesn't even know the sport exists is who got voted. And I voted for myself. All right, I'm like, no,
I voted for Kamali.
Right, so the girl that doesn't even know what exists, everybody voted for her. So you at home, come on, people, come on,
you guys.
I know, it's so funny. Well, I can't even imagine. Like, I love sleep too, and I can't even imagine getting 11 hours right now. Kamali, I am more on your train of like hardly at all. So okay, I'm gonna channel my inner Madisyn from now on. Okay, so on to kind of what your diet is, and not diet as in a diet, but like food intake and fuel for your body. Do you guys keep kind of a steady, food intake, or does it change depending on how you're training and competition? What does that look like for you two?
So I didn't know until the beginning of the season, but I was not eating properly at all. So what I was eating was fine, but I wasn't eating as much as I should have been eating. So I went to the USOC, the USOPC, and I spoke to a nutritionist, and she said you have to eat before and after practice. And this year, now I'm doing like 2 practices a day and then sometimes a workout too. So I was eating 2 or 3 times a day, and now I'm eating before, like I have 2 breakfasts, I have 2 lunch. Sorry about that. I have 2 lunch, and then I have like a snack on the way home from on the way home from practice, and then I have dinner when I get home too. So I eat like 4 or 5 times a day.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. And how about you, Madisyn?
Yeah, I eat a lot as well. I really try to eat all clean food. So I minimize the processed foods, but definitely, yeah, eating before morning practice was a hard thing for me to do. And so I've, developed an ability to do that over the years. But the most important thing I think in my diet is my hydration. I can see a direct correlation between how much water I've drinking throughout the day and how hydrated I am versus, how I perform in practice that day. So that's one of the key things that I've I've learned just throughout the years, and I definitely think I've gotten better about and been more diligent with, is just the hydration component of that. And yeah, definitely the pre-practice fuel and then recovery fuel is super important. I drink chocolate milks after every single practice. Just making sure, I'm getting on my recovery as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's crazy. We did a lot of testing with hydration, and there was almost more direct correlation with performance on hydration than there was like on food. So
Yeah,
it was, it was amazing to realize that. And when we traveled a ton and you get super, dehydrated because you're on the airplanes. And so that is one thing that I am just like crazy about. My poor kids, I like try to keep like dumping water down. They're like, Mom, stop it. Okay. So you girls.
So much. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. What were you going to say?
So we sweat so much. I also wasn't drinking enough water. Now I want to preface that I'm a healthy person, but in the medical hospital arena, there's just no time for anything. You don't eat, you don't drink water. So I was bringing that over to practice, and we sweat so much because we have all that stuff that I showed you. I wasn't drinking enough water either, but now I am. So everything's
Yeah, that's awesome. It's so important. I think so many people at home, that's something that they can really relate to, right? Like you think that you're doing the right things and you think that you're getting enough water, getting enough sleep, putting healthy foods into your body, and maybe you're not, and people are tired because of that and stressed out. And, so sometimes we really do need to kind of seek out help to figure out what is really going on and what we need to adjust. So I think that's really interesting. Okay. So I want you guys to tell us a little bit. This is like my favorite thing because I love mental toughness. I love all things, mental preparation. So I want to really know, what do you guys tell yourselves, or what is your last kind of thing that you do before you get on the strip, or you get on the, is it the block? No, what is it called in swimming?
Yeah, that's right. The starting
Was it
block.
the blocks? Okay. All right. Good. All right.
Yeah, you're good.
So what do you tell yourselves right before those moments, before you go? Madisyn, you want to go first?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm actually a big visualization, athlete. So I really like to visualize my race before I race, but that's usually a couple minutes out. And then when I'm in the ready room, I like to chat with friends. And then right before I'm on the block, I actually just clap, like really loud, clap, shake out my arms. And I'm like, you can do this. Like, doesn't matter. I put blinders on with my competitors. I know this is probably super different for you, Kamali, but I don't think about my competitors or what they've done. I just focus on, giving my best effort and having my best attitude I can that day.
I love that. Okay. So Kamali, we had one of your teammates that was on here, Eliza Stone, and it just made me laugh. It was this hilarious thing where she's like telling us about the process, and all of a sudden she's like, all right, and last part, I just slapped myself in the face. And I was just blown away. I'm like, what? So, okay. So tell me, you're like, have you seen that happen? Are you like that? Am I just finding a whole new side of fencing that I didn't even know about?
Yeah. So my teammate Eliza, she's hilarious. She literally slaps herself. Like, it's not a little tap. Like, she really slaps herself in the face. And we were fencing for the gold medal in team event at zonals in June, July, sometime in the summertime. I didn't fence for a couple bouts, and I thought I was fine. I was personally ready to go. And Eliza just like pulls me, looks at me in the face, and she slaps me. And I was just like so taken aback. I was like, are you serious? And then she goes, but you're ready, right? And I was like, wait, yeah, I actually am really ready. Okay, don't ever do that again though. So yeah,
that's amazing. That is gold right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so besides getting slapped in the face by one of your teammates, what do you do right before you get on the strip? How do you focus?
So I take a really deep breath and I hold it for like 15, 20 seconds. And then when I exhale really slowly, it's like not all, but like a good amount of the nerves go out. And I tell myself, actually, it's not even my own mantra. My best friend told me, he said, you're smart, you're amazing, and you deserve this. So that's what I tell myself before every single bout.
I love that. I love that so much. Okay, we have one question. Madisyn, do you do the Michael Phelps like arm swing? Do you do that? Because I can't even like demonstrate. My shoulders don't do that.
My shoulder to do. I don't do the full thing. I just clap, and then I just do like the last little bit of his. So I don't do the whole. That's beyond my shoulder flexibility before a race. But yeah, I do have my own like little pre-race ritual that I go through every single time. Like even behind the blocks, I do the same thing every single time. And yeah, it's not exactly what Michael Phelps does, but I have like kind of adapted it to my own little thing.
Well, you go with your bad self, girl. You don't need what he does. You make your own thing, okay? Okay, so I just have a couple rapid fire questions. So just kind of like shoot out with the first thing that comes into your mind, okay? So who is your Olympic hero?
Gabby Douglas.
Elizabeth Beisel.
I love that. Okay, those are so great. Okay, when you're traveling, are you window or aisle?
Window. I'm asleep.
Window, same, sleep.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
But then if we're super hydrated, then you gotta like walk over everybody to get out. So it's a conundrum.
I know it's hard. So I have to make the decision every time, you know, what I want for that plane ride. But yeah, if it's a morning flight, I'll be at the window. If it's an afternoon flight when I've had, you know, a good amount of water, it's the aisle.
I just pretend I'm Spider-Man, just walking over everybody. It's okay. Maybe not post-corona. I don't think putting my shoes on the armrest are going to be okay. Okay, let me see. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
Speaking any language.
Oh, that's
very
good.
useful in fencing.
Good one.
We go to some random places.
Yeah, I would probably be able to teleport myself because I actually really hate flying and traveling, but I like going different places.
I think that would have to be mine too. I know. Although I've been really taking the time to look outside the window and see how beautiful our earth is. And it's amazing when you do that. It's really cool. I didn't do it at all when I was traveling, you know, so much as an athlete. But now that I don't travel as much, I really take that time to enjoy, like, this is pretty cool. We're in an airplane and, you know, seeing all the things. Okay. So here's one of my favorite questions to ask you. What do you like most about yourself?
So I'm a really positive person, and I really enjoy unity. Like I like people around each other to like each other and just be collective. So I feel like if you ask most people, they would say I'm like very bubbly and like I can, you know, bring people together, and it's pretty cool.
I love that.
And that's perfect for your profession too. I mean, that's the name of the game. It's a team thing. So
I love that.
So mine, I think my work ethic, I think that's what's gotten me as far as I've, you know, come in swimming, both in swimming and in school.
That's awesome. I love it. Great work ethic. Okay. So now a lasting impression that I want our viewers to be left with from you, because I've just enjoyed this immensely, and you guys are I've just been tongue-tied this whole thing. I'm so sorry. It is not good. Anyway, we want to leave a lasting impression. So what is one thing, your favorite quote, or, you know, something that you want to leave with our viewers that will give them that inspiration that we all need? Kamali, you want to go first?
Sure. So I would just say, so for me, I didn't start fencing internationally until I got to med school after I graduated college. And a lot of people ask me like how I could do it and all that stuff. And the only difference between myself and other people is like, I just don't just throw myself out there, and I don't really worry about failure. I think that when you try to achieve a really, really big goal, you're going to get something out of it if you don't get the big goal. So just try and it'll be worth it.
I love that. I love that. All right, Madisyn, what about you?
That was really good.
Final words.
Mine kind of also bounces off, you know, your idea. There's like, go for that goal. You know, there are going to be roadblocks along the way, you know, just as this time is, I know, been a roadblock for a lot of us athletes, but you will get through it. You know, stay positive, stay persistent, stay resilient. You'll get through it. And usually, you know, you're going to become a better person, better athlete from the challenge.
I love that. Oh, you girls are so awesome. I'm so sad that our half hour is up because
I know we
jumping in. You guys are gonna like, I'll fit in a carry-on. You know, I was a mogul skier. I'm small. I can get in there. So Tokyo. All right.
My fencing bag's pretty big. You can come in with that.
Okay, I'm pretty good. I'll just act the part, right there. So I just want to thank you girls so much. It's been really fun getting to know you and learning about a day in your life. And I cannot wait to watch you both in Tokyo 2020. So when you need that little bit of inspiration, we are all behind you. So I can't wait for you. And so to all of you guys at home, thank you so much for joining us. And on behalf of all of the athletes at Rally with Champions and Kamali and Madisyn and myself, thank you so much for joining us for our 5th of 10 live virtual workshop. If you loved it, please join us again and tell all of your friends and family to join us too. Our next workshop is going to be April 28th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our topic is going to be From Failure to Success: What obstacles and setbacks these athletes have overcome to be able to win again. We will also have 2 more incredible Olympians, McCall Smolin, who is a kayak athlete, and Dagmara Wozniak, another fencer. I just love you fencers. You guys are so much fun.
So
I can't wait to, you guys are awesome. I can't wait to learn about the obstacles that they face and the challenges that they've overcome and the plans that they put into place to win again. So again, if you've had a ton of fun and you want to be a torch warmer like us, I encourage all of you to please go back to our main page and donate, because 100% of it goes back to these incredible athletes. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I hope your Olympic flame is burning a little bit brighter, and we'll see you next time on Rally with Champions. Thank you.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you.
Bye.